Knights will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call him whatever you want, but that was really smart.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up with it.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priority is mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't paid.
And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Looked as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Special teams, that's always a momentum builder. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Robbins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little...
Going for a big play right off the bat. Snags it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And that receiver had nobody around. That's got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Got his man quickly. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Johnson looking to throw. Pressure comes. Unleashes one deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense, understanding that they're dropping back, they're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's going to pass. The throw to the outside is complete.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And that's a live ball behind the line. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got room to work. All kinds of running room. The 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, UCF!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robbins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, there's the ball. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the... This senior quarterback knows how to take a hit and still deliver a completion. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. He wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The sure hands, it's Yates. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. They'll try the left side. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll fire. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The give on the inside. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Here comes the offense on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Oh, he's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown puts him up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble. You better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback adapted. Now he's looking into the middle. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Knights will keep this drive going.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Quick completion on the out, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game, and how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football, a little ballet moment there? On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Looking to go up top on first down. Ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down. Defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming out with it, it's Bennett. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Offense getting set for first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On the move, it's Yates. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Brought down at the 14-yard line.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, UCF 35, South Carolina.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
29 Philly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Right back to the well. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll go to the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Knights! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over Tulane. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And he's a... Man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Smashes through the tackle. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips to try to give your quarterback more time.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And the South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, South Carolina, 28.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Just a misfire from this sophomore as he threw it behind him.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And the ball slipped out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, whoa, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just the blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UCF 42, South Carolina 28.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Power football with the run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He wants to pass it on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Knights line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
What a good run there. For the first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football.